Hey everybody, today's topic, how to start a weight loss journey. Now, depending where you go online, there's a lot of different ways you're gonna look into it. On previous videos, I've talked about different types of diets before. I love a balanced diet, but at the end of the day, you gotta pick the one that suits you. Let's say intermediate fasting fits your lifestyle better. I get it, there's different ways of doing things. You gotta pick the one that you think works for you as long as you're following the caloric deficit. That's the most important aspect of it, and that can take some playing back and forth. But there's one part I really want to talk about that is one of the most important parts about weight loss. Now, to lose a lot of weight, you don't got to spend hours and hours in the gym. Like, yes, you do burn a certain amount of calories working out, but you burn most of your calories through the average daily life. And so one thing that helps a lot when it comes to burning calories is actually just getting the body moving. A lot of people have come out of the woodwork. I think it was actually, I read an interview with Rebel Wilson. She lost a lot of weight, and I really loved it because as a celebrity, you see a lot of celebrities always pumping, oh, this product, this diet trend, this thing here, and a lot of them are a lot of smoke and mirrors, let's say. But the one thing I read in her interview was she said the number one thing she started doing was walking. And I am a huge believer in this. Tracking your steps on a daily basis makes a huge difference when it comes to actually making sure you're actually burning calories through the day. I wear a smartwatch mostly because it has a step counter on it. So one thing that kind of gets me going every day. So I track my steps consistently, and a good step counter will track your steps. Just walking to the water cooler, walking across the house, doing laundry, and all those little steps add up. Now, I still have a target goal in mind. Now, I tell people if they're going to start doing that and using the step counter, not that everybody has to. The other aspect is if you're just trying to like focus on, okay, I need a 10-minute walk after lunch. That's a great place to start because if it's something you weren't doing before, it's going to add and help improve your weight loss journey. Now, if you do want to go the method with a step counter, all you do is get a step counter, and I say for the first week, don't really try and push it unless you're really gung-ho on it, and just see where your steps naturally sit. So I do this with clients all the time. I'm like, just wear a step counter, let me know what your average is. Or if you're already wearing one, let me know what your average is from that week, which is even better, because then they're not trying to add to it. So let's say I have someone who's like they average about 4,000 steps a day, and that can vary from day to day. I'll say, okay, why don't we try 5,000 to 6,000 steps? I want to see you hit that every single day. It's a very small change and not a lot. On average, most people for 1,000 steps, it's maybe a 10-minute walk. I know I can average, me and most people I know average about 1,000 steps in about 10-minute walk on a treadmill normally, but going for walks too. I'll take my dog for a walk in 10 minutes, I'm about 1,000 steps up. And it's easy to distract yourself because it doesn't matter if you're walking outside, walking inside, walking in a treadmill. And then the days when you are busy and you're just like you're cleaning the house, you're running errands, you're going grocery shopping, those steps still count because they're taking part of the entire aspect of everything. So don't be afraid that like, oh, I had such a busy day, I didn't get my steps in. Check it. Maybe you did. Maybe you were very, very active, not realize it. It is not hard to go to a grocery store and just get your basic necessities and realize you've done 2,000 steps. Especially like to browse, window shop. There's been times in winter when I'm like in prep, I'm tracking my steps. I will go and just wander the mall for a bit because I need to get steps in. I don't want to walk outside, and at this point I didn't own a treadmill. So I had to find other ways to kind of get my steps in. But there's always ways to get some steps in. You just got to find the way that's convenient. So whether it's you have a treadmill, there's somewhere else you like to walk, going for walks outside, which yeah, I know depending on weather can be tricky, but there's always ways around it. And then the aspect is if you do have a day where like the weather's really bad and you can't get your steps in, you can take your missing steps and just average them out for the week and spread them across a little bit and try and get those extra steps in. Or if you don't have that perfect day, awesome. Tomorrow's a new day. Start from scratch, just pick up where you left off and go again. Hit that 5,000, 6,000 steps, whatever it is. And then one thing you can do when you find those steps start to get easier on you, you can start to increase those steps, get up to like 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 is kind of that golden market for a lot of people where they say everyone's trying to get their 10,000 steps in a day. Do I believe everybody needs 10,000 steps a day? No, not at all. But if that's the goal you're trying to achieve, it's a great place to start. Just getting the body moving and burning more calories will help the body a lot when it comes to weight loss. But like I've talked about in previous videos, and you can go back to my video on how to figure out your macros, make sure you're getting enough food in. Just starving yourself and burning as much calories as possible is actually going to have the opposite consequence. You're going to start binge eating, have horrible cravings, your sleep's going to go out the window, and all these things are very important when it comes to losing weight and becoming the healthiest version of you. All right, if you have any questions or concerns, please leave a comment. I'd love to answer them and get back to you. Please like and subscribe to my videos, more content coming. And remember, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Take care.